Hello and welcome back to this beautiful Saturday Group 4, end of the session almost. We're in round 4 of Group 4. I'm Nick and Knight here with Yarn from Orange Juice. Tell them what's been going on.
What's going on, everyone? I'm glad to be here live in Paris. I've been saying that every commercial break, but just for the people that are tuning in. So what we have going on is round 4.
Just tweet, so it could be some new people.
That's true. So we are in round number 4 in the Swiss kind of style tournament where there's going to be 5 rounds. Each round, they're going to be playing best out of 5.
Yeah.
So they have to play 5 different players. So a total of 25 games.
And if there's a tie, there's like a breaker or something like that. We don't really, that's at the end of the streams, but it's good because people who win play people who win, and people who lose play people who have similar records.
Yeah. So that's what I really like about the Swiss kind of style that they have going on. Yeah,
and big shout out to everyone who's been tuning in. After we see these guys, so kind of how it's working is it takes a little bit to get them set up, which is why hence all the breaks. But maybe we'll try to see what's going on because all the other players are playing at the same time, and then a round ends, and then they tell everyone who their next opponent's going to be. And it takes a little bit of time in between with the Swiss system, just like other Swiss things.
Yep.
Notoriously. I don't know anything about it, but we're going to see a cool matchup. Who are we going to see?
Look at that. We have someone in the tournament named Hit the Bong. So anyways, we're going to be having a very exciting match. We're going to have Baby Star versus
Chef Strobel.
I pawned off my brain fart onto you.
You say the easy name. Well, I'm over here just... It was something with like a strudel or something.
Yeah, so for those of you guys that don't know, Baby Star has ranked #1 on the ladder in the past. So
Pretty
it's going to
cool
be some very good plays.
Never seen him in person, but there he is in the flesh.
Yeah,
he used to be in the light with me a while back.
Yeah, and it's going to be really cool because obviously he's ranked #1 and he has won 3 rounds so far.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. A lot of players in this round 4 are going undefeated. It's definitely a doozy of one to watch. Are you going to refresh that over there?
Is that the one?
Yeah, just throw that one down and then refresh the screen. Here we go. So if we want to take a look, we'll throw this on the screen. These are the stats thus far for you guys here. Ming with 3 different wins. You want to see who we played? Just look at this dominance. 3-0, 3-1, 3-0, and then Surgical. They're going head-to-head now in round 4.
We have to see that if
we'll pull some of those if we can. Because look at Surgical, 3-1, 3-0, 3-0. They have the same exact record, and they're going against you.
When you have 2 opponents, just 2 landslide opponents.
Baby Star, Auk was okay, but like, look at that, 3-0, 3-0, 3-2. So we'll see how Chef Strobel does against him with 1 loss under his belt to Auk, which, funny enough, went 3-2 against Baby Star.
Yep, so we should get into the match very soon.
All right.
They're going to be...
starting just now. Yep. All right, we're going to jump into it. Here we go. Baby Star, Strobel's on the bottom, and then we're going to get their side-by-sides. All right, an early princess.
Baby Star throwing a princess in the front. Does Chef have a log? He answers with a minor.
Extremely annoying.
He actually planted it just in the right tile, the correct tile, actually, to push her a little bit backwards to aggro back onto the minor. So that did save 100 damage off that tower.
See how this plays out. I know we were looking at one from the previous round, and Baby Star was using a Golem deck. So it looks like he also loves a Hog deck.
Yeah. Look at that. He's already cycled back into the Princess with that Ice Spirit and Skeleton combo, forcing Chef to use the arrows. So Baby Star's back on his Hog. He's going pressure.
Oh, what was that minor?
Wow.
Well, I don't know. It was kind of rough. The tombstone is.
He must have meant to click the tombstone instead, because it looked like that's exactly where he would want to plant the tombstone.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a misplay, but no big deal. He can still recover. It's still very early on in the game. I mean, the Hog is going to be back in rotation soon. He's going to have to be a little bit more mindful.
All right, so here's the Golem. Does he answer with a immediate pressure card? It doesn't look like it. We're taking a look at here. Bringing up the chat. There we go. All right. Inferno Tower heats up. We've been seeing Golems go down to Infernos so often today. Minor hits through the Ice Spirit to hit the Princess, but then eventually finishes her off. But that's going to save about half the damage he would have done to the tower right there. And this is just a really cycle Hog deck, basically, with some pressure from the Princess up top.
It's going to be very hard for that Golem to get past this with that Inferno Tower with Baby Star. He actually has enough cards to cycle to 2 Inferno Towers if he sees a Golem planted in the back.
It only takes him 4 Elixir to get back to the same card he just used, which is crazy.
Yeah. And now we're seeing that Inferno Dragon for the first time paired with a Golem. That's quite an expensive deck because I haven't seen an Elixir pump yet.
I've seen this deck used before, and it was pretty dirty what it was able to do, but...
Look at that, the value of those skeletons, just denying that Inferno Dragon completely.
Will he put the Tombstone down this time instead of the Miner? Nothing goes down. The Hog, it's okay, a couple swings, but...
Lightning on the Mega Minion and the tower, so this is going to be a lot of trouble because Baby Star does have an Inferno Tower that he will be planting right there, taking out the Inferno Dragon. Or the Golem.
Miner goes in to deal with some skeletons. The Golem push was never able to be fully put together. If it was, it would have been a little more deadly, but that's exactly what Baby Star's goal was the entire match.
Yep, so Baby Star just has to cycle back to that Princess or that Lightning, which is going to be very easy for him. Just pressuring on the right side with the Hog, so Chef has to address this. He's going to have to expend Elixir.
I think he's done with this one right here. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like...
There's nothing you can really do there. What are you going to do? Get the Golem down again?
Yeah, so he did pressure on the other side, and he knew that there's not much he could have done.
Yeah.
So that's the first match with Baby Star taking the first victory, best of 5.
All right, so obviously it looks easy when we're watching it there, but what do you have to think, you're Baby Star, what is going through your mind when you see that Golem? How much do you ever hit 10 Elixir and just sit and wait for something to happen, or do you always just keep deploying something for him to deal with?
I typically like to play cycle deck, so I always have something to deploy. I always have an option, even if it's just to log the tower. But
because like I like the big push decks, like the Golem deck we just saw, so I don't have that mindset generally when I start matches.
Yeah,
it's annoying when I just can't get it going. They're like, deal with this, deal with that.
Yeah, it's the chip cycle. It's a little bit more riskier because if you make one little mistake and that whole 2 minutes of the game where you've spent the whole game just trying to slowly chip them away, every push you're doing 200 damage, and then suddenly you misplay once and the Prince gets to your tower, takes it out completely just from one misplay.
I remember cycle decks when we took a quick trip to Korea, me, you, and Chief Pat. We did a couple friendly tournaments and then a couple friendly battles at that YouTube Creator Day.
That was actually the first time Angel kind of faced against a chip cycle deck. I'm one of the earlier users.
I had a Golem 3 Musketeer deck then,
you did.
and I lost. I won the first one and then lost the next 2 to end the best of 3 to a cycle deck.
Back then, cycle decks weren't quite as popular.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it as much. It's pretty crazy. Fun how things change. We're waiting for, I think, a technicality here, but we'll stick with this series till it's done. Then we'll pull some of these other battles because there's some pretty good matchups going on right now. If you guys have any good questions or questions about the tournament, I guess since it's the end of the day and a lot of maybe North America is tuning in to this one versus the other streams, there are 2 days of preliminary streams, yesterday and today, which will be ending after round 5, which is after this. Tomorrow we start a little bit later, and that's going to be broadcasting the final 16 bracket, where those players are playing for the final 4, starting with 128, right? Yeah, 4 groups of 32, ending up with 16, eventually 4. It's been a long time, but we're saving all our energy for the Sunday stream because these have been like 9-hour stream days.
Some of the stream days have been up to 11 hours. I mean, today we've been here since 9 a.m., but it's going to be very worth it and very exciting for tomorrow on Sunday with the 16 finalists competing for $10,000. That's going to be...
Yeah, just this round 4 has been really insane.
Yeah, just the top 4 players, the top 4 of the top 4 of the top 4.
I don't know if there's strategy or technicality being discussed over there, but Baby Star has left the stage.
Looks like there might be
over here cooking up something.
It looks like Baby Star is talking to the staff, so there seems to be a bit of technical difficulties that will be resolved very soon. But in the meantime, how do you feel about the graveyard again?
Oh, you want to talk about the graveyard?
Yeah.
I like the graveyard.
Have you ever used it on defense yet?
Our hotel has, what is it, 0.56 megabit?
It's basically, we're on 56K right now. And
yeah, we're not even in the megabit range. We're in the kilobit. We can't open chess unless we're at Paris Games Week 2016 convention here, like with the people dancing behind us, vibrating our seats. So we haven't really played at the hotel. We did, 2 matches last night, friendly battles?
Yeah.
They were in the episode today. If you guys haven't checked it out, for the first sneak peek that is live.
Oh, so there's a picture of you crushing me. Oh, the replay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I put a little bit of the mirrored graveyard on your king tower in that one. That was
actually
fun.
Worked.
It did work.
Yeah.
It's only because you were just pushing to their lane, though. But it's fun. I haven't used the graveyard on defense to answer the original question.
Yeah, so about that, I've played quite a bit of games with it, and I haven't found many opportunities where I could use it defensively. I couldn't justify committing 5 elixir that's now going to be used to counter push. Whereas with a mini P.E.K.K.A, if you commit 4 elixir onto a giant rather than an Inferno Tower, that mini P.E.K.K.A translates into a counter attack.
5 Elixir and all that time. Who's sending that slow of a push that you're just waiting with 5 Elixir?
Yep.
All right, just in our ears here, we're just checking connection speeds for the game because this is a huge convention center and there's been a couple Wi-Fi issues. A lot of other games in here, like we were saying, the Dance, what's it called? Dance?
Just Dance.
Just Dance. Street Fighter, FIFA, they can play wired. Obviously Clash Royale you cannot. So just checking to make sure the Wi-Fi is good to continue the matches, to make sure it's all kosher. Let's jump into a match that just recently happened. Let's analyze something. Let's go to, you see any names you know?
Hawk is very high up there.
Yeah. He lost to Baby Star barely, but he beat Strobel. So it's right in between what we just saw. Let's take a look at this one, throw it on the screen, and we can talk about it.
Should be on the screen very soon.
Starting it up. Pekka's Playhouse, nice. Yeah, just give it a quick little pause-a-roo right before they hit that golden 10 elixir.
Yeah.
Enjoy this.
But in the meantime, there's just some Wi-Fi issues. Must be the Just Dance taking up all the bandwidth. All that dancing and just too much bandwidth going on.
Too much just heart pumping thrust.
Yeah.
They can't see it, what we can feel, which is hard to describe. All right, this is a replay that just happened here in round number 4. If I see another miner go to a tower, I'm going to lose it.
So Super going in with that Golem, that really popular Golem deck right now that's being played all across. What's funny is that we've only seen this particular combo being played today, so.
Oh, I wanted to ask this earlier, but I forgot. So combos that develop within tournaments, meta within a meta, do you think that certain tournaments, like obviously we heard there's been a lot of Expo winning in the, what was it, the Coronations?
Yeah, the CR North America.
Yeah. And then over here, we don't see too much. We see it a little bit, but then we see this Golem deck take shape. Does that carry on to other tournaments?
It kind of does, actually, especially because these guys are evolving their decks as they go. What we've seen change is that the arrows have been replaced with the Ice Golem, and if this proves to be a successful deck in the top 16, then it can really solidify how strong it truly is. And tomorrow, it's going to be off the hook with all these crazy decks from the top 4 of each group.
That's the crazy thing, and I guess the beauty of the evolution of meta, because then someone will come up with what a better card than the Ice Golem could possibly be, and then it evolves one step further.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. It also revolves around balance changes. So right here, there was one pretty good push on the bottom right there. Looks like they're slowly getting that resolved still, so we'll just keep talking about this one.
With that Hog Rider going in, gets lightning with a Tombstone. That Tombstone was planted right when the lightning was planted, so there's no chance to react to that. Got 2 hits in, now it's a lot of trouble. 2 logs, and Auk is going to get that tower, or is he just going to miner it through? Ice Golem doing Ice Golem things.
These Golem decks seem to only fail when they can't get it all set up.
Yep. Like I said earlier, that miner just had to go in, and there's no chance of defending against it, so Auk is going again for that really fast pressure, that Mega Minion going on the left side. If he gets 1 hit, and that's still quite a bit of damage.
There's the perfect pairing with
2
the archers.
Hits, 500 damage off that tower just because it got left ignored. Even the Hog Rider sneaking in past right after going for 2 more hits.
And it's frustrating because he wants that Mega Minion on top of the Golem over there.
Yeah, so
look, he's got double archers on the tower. That's been the play of the game, or the play of the day. But he doesn't lightning them for a positive elixir trade.
So that Golem almost takes out the tower, but luckily for Auk, he did pressure the left side very hard, and it looks like Super is a little bit scared right now, so he's playing that Ice Golem a little bit more conservatively, possibly predicting a miner, but it's not going to stop that Hog Rider from much.
Where was his Tombstone? Oh, his Tombstone wasn't in his hand.
Yeah. The miner going in, it doesn't matter because the Hog Rider goes for that strike.
That looks funny when he pops up and the tower's gone.
With 5 seconds left, 2 towers down, there's not going to be a chance to recover from this. This is why Auk is number 1 right now in the Group 4 bracket.
No. He's he lost to Baby Star. He's won everything except that one.
Oh, my memory from the last game before he faced Baby Star is what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, he was. When there was only 2 matches played, he was currently number 1. But right now, it looks like our connection issues have been resolved. Boom. We're going to be starting up another one here in a little bit. Baby Star's happy. Chef is happy. And they're both healthy, which is what they should be happy about.
That's perfect.
Yeah. But they're not both healthy when it comes to tournament standings, as one of them will be incurring a loss here relatively soon.
What? Do you know what ranking Chef is at right now?
Let's pull rankings since. Oh wait,
we'll
never
pull
mind.
it after.
They're
We're going to
playing.
be jumping right into the match.
Oh,
very
here we go,
soon.
guys. Okay, 10 elixir. Oh, again with the princess off the bat at the bridge.
With the princess in the back.
Doing
princess
things. I was going to say the last word.
Nice.
Again, he has to use the miner to address the princess. This almost looks like a replay of the first matchup.
Where that princess slowly chips away at that miner. It's still going to get a few hits off. 1 whack, 2 whacks, not too bad because it does have reduced damage on the crown towers.
In the first battle, Chef had the tombstone, which was misplayed once against the Hog Rider. Now he's got the Inferno, a stronger counter. Let's see if that helps him out here going forth.
I wonder if Chef has a log right now. He counters that with the skeleton army. The princess retargeted.
Oh, man. Well, I know who else has a log. Baby Star.
Right.
Because he just deployed it. Okay. Ice Spirit's down. Minion Horde. Hog Rider. All right, let's see that Goblin Barrel Miner go out. There's the Miner. There's the Goblin Barrel. I would say you throw them both at the same time. The Miner beats it to the tower, but I guess that works too.
The value of that Goblin Barrel, despite it being clumped up on the left side, that princess splashed onto everything.
Yeah, how did the princess not take it out a little quicker? Was she just locked on that Miner still?
That miner was tanking a little bit for the tower, so just completely took it out. I thought that Baby Star was
tower, not princess.
In the lead right now. He was doing very well with chipping away with the hog. With a minute left, anything could happen. 15 seconds left until double elixir time. Hog Rider goes in, gets completely denied with that Inferno Tower. Unless he lightnings, which he does. Gets 1 hit off, and the Ice Spirit saves that tower.
Oh man,
that princess is going to get clipped
pressure
on once. Just in the position that she's in, she's going to clip that princess a second time, taking it out.
If he would have had that skeleton army down when he bumped the princess there to the outside,
it would have saved.
She would have retargeted the Skarmy.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
So Baby Star's Mega Minion is coming in. He looks very confident in the left side right now.
Ice Spirit won't fully take out the other Ice Spirit, but it frees up the Hog for no swings. I was going to say a swing until the skeleton army came out. Now the princess, that was cool.
25 seconds left. Baby Star does have a low-cost deck, so he does have enough elixir to cycle back to a Hog or a Lightning if he chooses to.
He goes with Hog, and now
he's
Chef
choosing to ignore the left side.
The right tower and ignore that Hog.
Yeah.
The princess at the bridge pressure is what Baby Star's game has been all about.
Yeah, and he's been protecting her with skeletons.
Oh my gosh.
Hog Rider doesn't even make it through that skeleton army, just struggling past all those skeletons.
This is some of the most crazy cycling, you guys, right now that we're seeing. We're seeing cards almost as they die. Their replacement card is being placed down.
This is such an even match right now. They're both playing really heavy cycle decks.
He's going to probably put another princess down here. It's ridiculous.
He's waiting for the lightnings, but the Ice Spirit saves that Inferno Tower.
Wow.
To knock down that Hog in half.
And then you get a princess at the bridge after he defends. But
all
now
that damage.
Got that log, maybe? Yep, there it is. And then another princess at the
log
bridge.
gets clips onto the skeleton army.
That was the
going to
play
be
of the
trouble.
game. That's the
now
play
that
of the game.
princess isn't going to die. He's forced to fireball that princess, but that Hog's going to go in for 1 strike. It's going to be finishing on that last hit.
Oh my gosh. Baby Star down 0-1, comes back. I think that was the play of the game. If we had some type of really cool instant replay feature, it would definitely be a log starting from a Goblin Barrel in the back, finishing off a Skarmy, allowing that. Did the princess shoot again? I think she might have shot the Skarmy, but it doesn't matter.
She didn't shoot on the Skarmy, but that log play was part
freed
luck
up the Hog
too.
Yeah,
it did. But you could definitely see why Baby Star is ranked #1 in the world. So that really shows in these tournaments.
Yeah, and obviously the connection was okay.
Very good.
All right, so it's 2-0. Heading into Game 3 here in just a bit. That was dirty. That's what the chat has been saying. Value log.
Value is what it was.
I think the log.
That log was a huge positive elixir trade. So we're going to be hopping into the.
Oh, you just had to get it out.
We're going to be hopping into the 3rd match, best of the 5. If Chef can win 2 more times, and then we're going to be going into the 5th game. But if Baby Star wins this one, it's going to eliminate Chef.
Oh, Chef with the center place Lava Hound. Again, this princess pressure is just too much.
That princess is just doing a lot of work right now, and that Hog is distracting the tombstone from those skeletons. So that princess already did over 500 damage right there. with that Hog getting one hit on the tower, 1,000 damage from Princess.
And there's the Inferno Tower again. He didn't have to use the Inferno Tower too much last match.
No, he didn't, but...
Because there was only cycling going on.
Yep, but now that he has a Lava Hound, he can justify using it.
Yeah,
the Princess was
cool.
Planted a little bit early. I think that Baby Star meant to anticipate the Miner dying, so the Princess should have locked onto the tower for at least one hit.
All right, so he's got to get that Tombstone down right now as the Hog Rider comes in, but he doesn't. He has the Inferno Dragon mixed in with that Air Fecta, so Lava Hound. We'll see if he can get the Lava Hound right in front of the Inferno, or is he just going to kind of let it go out? Yep. Oh, he gets it down,
right
and it's going to push
time.
it up.
He had enough Elixir to plant down just in time.
And then the Inferno will pull the Hound, but it's Inferno versus Inferno, and he's got an Ice Spirit to reset him.
With his last 2 cards, we don't know what they are. It is Zap.
Wow.
I haven't seen Zap all tournament.
Yeah, he must just truly be
games.
tired of Inferno Towers. That was very well played. Ice Spirit to stop the Inferno Dragon.
Look at Baby Star just applying that pressure, getting at least one hit off with that Princess, cycling back with Ice Spirit and Skeletons defending, and he's 2 cards in. 2 more cards and he can rotate back to the Princess. That Miner's doing full 500 Miner damage.
That Miner...
Look at that value log right there. That Hog is going to get 2 hits off the tower, maybe even 3 hits. It does get 3 hits right, and it dies with the tower.
The intricacy of these moves and plays right now is insane.
Baby Star has impeccable timing. With Chef playing the Lava Hound in the center, it's going to be very easy for Baby Star to pull that Lava Hound in the center with the Inferno Tower.
Do you know the timing of a corner Lava Hound versus center one, since it's 1 tile further back? Does it save you really, or does it get you build up any more?
When it's in the center, you can pull it 2 tiles from the King's Tower, so you have a lot more flexibility in pulling it. And Baby Star is very confident. He plants a very forward Inferno Tower, and he's going to be cycling back.
Another Hound, but he could probably get back to his Inferno already.
Yep.
Yeah, and he pulls the next Hound too. And then Ice Spirit to stop it, and if there was an Inferno Dragon there, he would do the same thing.
And it's kind of perfect.
Oh, this could be something.
Is Chef going to send in a Miner, or is it going to be too late? With 15 seconds left.
He's got the Lightning and Zap, and that would be not enough.
Again, Lightning does 346 damage to the Crown Tower, so it's not going to be enough. He's banking for that Miner to do some damage, but that is good game.
Zap was all he had. That's close, but it's good game.
Baby Star going in with that victory fist pump.
Baby Star 3-0.
Oh.
Fist pump it up. You deserve that. That was crazy.
Yep.
So we're jumping back over here. I'm going to grab the screen really quick, and I don't know. Final thoughts about that one as I pull up some stats. We'll obviously know that we have to manually look at the Baby Star matchup because that's a little changed. What do you think about that one?
The one thing I would have changed with Chef's play is that typically it's kind of more vulnerable when you play the Lava Hound in the center. Yeah. So
it was. We have been seeing it down the lane the whole time against the corner.
Typically, if you have an Inferno Tower, your worst enemy is when you see a Lava Hound planted on the edge of the wall. That way you have to plant it 1 tile from the King's Tower, but because he planted the Lava Hound in the center, it allowed Baby Star to plant that Inferno Tower very far back in the center of the arena so that both towers could hit that Inferno as well as take care of the pups.
So 3 players have been undefeated before what we just saw. Baby Star remains undefeated with a 3-0 after a 3-2. However, Surgical and Ming just played, so there are only going to be 2 undefeated players left. Let's see if we could find maybe one of those replays, right? To see Ming and Surgical, who came out on top there.
Yep.
All right, so let's go ahead and bring that back down. And then we'll go ahead and find one of these. Here's one right here. Let's go ahead and watch one of these Surgical versus Ming battles and see just what happened here.
Pull this screen onto the screen, and it's going to be a very nice match.
Is there an earthquake happening?
Magnitude 5.
There are strobe lights and chaotic things happening. We've got Surgical. I was going to go ahead and pause it, but we're good to go here. So this just happened. Surgical versus Ming.
Surgical with Knight. I haven't seen him play that.
Oh, this is the Rocket cycle, isn't it?
It is. It is. You're right.
Yeah, the Rocket was like the last card. Does that hurt you at all if you're playing a Rocket cycle deck, banking on sitting at 10, waiting for someone to make a move, and you want to throw that Rocket out, but it's your last card in your rotation?
When you're on a cycle deck, you typically don't want to wait at 10 Elixir.
All right. The Furnace and Bowler. Was that the... didn't we see a Furnace Bowler Expo deck?
We did.
Yeah, was that this deck here, or am I not? I don't think there's an Expo. I haven't seen it.
It might be this one, but I don't remember there. Yes, this was the exact one, actually, with the Fernai.
Only if you get 2 down. Right now, it's just a Furnace. Miner goes in, so he makes the decision to go for the tower when there's a Furnace because the Knight's going to walk over to the Furnace.
That was actually a very interesting Ice Spirit freeze right there, because if he didn't freeze that Miner, that Bowler would have knocked back that Miner into the King's Tower, activating it. So
fun fact, it's not a Expo deck, but it's all the same cards, basically, as one we've seen.
There's just one card that's a little bit different. I believe there are guards in here. But I really would have.
I think a Miner might. Yeah, either way, it's similar. That's all we got to know, guys.
I really would have loved to see that Miner activate that King's Tower right there.
So right now, Surgical's forced to play his Rocket cycle more like a Miner control and hopefully end with a Rocket.
Just because he's got so much pressure going on, he needs to save that Princess to take care of those Fire Spirits and everything.
Yeah, and look at that last-minute Inferno. It will save from Fire Spirits jumping onto the tower, but the Miner was already there.
It does save the tower from 500 damage right there, so that wasn't a bad play on his part. Already going in with that Rocket, he knows that he needs to change something up, so Surgical goes in for the Rocket. He should have saved it for a little bit because there's a Furnace behind there. That would have been value for that Rocket.
I wonder if the only reason that Ming did that is because he knows he can't use it again, but he wasn't even planning on putting it there.
That is true.
Yeah. But now in Double Elixir, it's so easy to put 2 Fernai down that everyone's doing it. It must be cool. All right, so we've got Bowler and a ton of Fire Spirits coming in. Again, with that Inferno Tower placement, not only does it distract the Fire Spirits, it also makes the Bowler's bowl not hit the Arena Tower. Rocket's away.
And then Rocket for value to take out that Fernai. Well, it didn't take out the Fernai, it took out a Furnace.
It reduced the Fernai to a Furnace.
That's right. With that log chipping the tower, that is a lot of value. He's going to send in the Miner, possibly chip the tower. If he can chip the tower, then it's going to be at Rocket damage.
Oh man, what a valuable rock! Oh, it missed the Mega Minion, but
almost got the Mega Minion.
Still good.
The trick to doing that is you have to aim for the Shadow.
Yeah, which looked like it was over the Furnace.
Very close.
We're talking a tile here, folks.
That would have been a huge positive Elixir trade, but it was not a positive Elixir trade.
Either way, it set him up for this win right here. Is Surgical the master of manipulating a battle like this? Like, he seemed like he was in control. It's like, hey, you're going to play on my terms. Your bowler's going to go here. Your Fire Spirits aren't touching the tower.
Yeah, there is a reason why he's called Surgical Goblin. He's very precise in that surgical sense.
Yeah. There's no goblins involved, in case you're wondering, though. It's just, it's just like saying, like, a surgical menace, you know? The goblin's just a word.
There is a goblin clan in Clash of Clans where they only use goblins for war attacks, and they've been pretty successful.
Sounds miserable.
Very miserable.
Yeah. All right, guys. Today we'll see you at practice for 4 hours while we determine how our goblins are going to get through level 11 walls. All right. Oh, there's a live match. No, it's deep into it. I don't know if it's worth it. Yeah. What's your it's versus Hit the Bong? There's a lot of organizing going on right now. I don't know how many people are even playing. Everyone's just kind of reporting. So let's take a couple Twitch questions.
Yep.
And then we can watch. The latest match that's happened in the tournament so far is Baby Star and Chef. They were the last people to finish out round 4. So there's not really new matches to show, and we don't want to go back too far. We do want to keep you guys here, though.
And there's going to be 32.
What?
Phone Cats is trolling us, but anyway.
With an LOL. All right. I wish we could do a cam of the scene in front of us, because we just look around, and it looks like we're just kind of spacing out, but it's just kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Right here at the game show, there's people watching, the people playing live. There's a tournament set up similar to other Clash Royale tournaments with like a structured seating area with pillows, and then a bunch of people running around trying to figure out what they're doing. What are you thinking? You're thinking something.
I'm just reading the chat. Someone's asking, is the Twister real leak? It was on the Clash Royale website, so we do know that an icon is authentic.
Yeah. Whatever Clash Royale posted, that's all we have for now.
And I wouldn't really call that a leak. I would call that more of an Easter egg. Because it seemed like it was intentional on the website. There's no way they would have missed it.
It's weird how that's sort of refined to a community. Clash Royale doesn't, people don't like, they don't know, like, they know it, but they don't call things Easter eggs. Whereas if Call of Duty or Overwatch posted something like that, they'd be like, there's an Easter egg in this image.
That's true.
It's weird. We need to get the Clash Royale community to start using the word Easter egg and not leak.
Leak. Wow.
Leak just sounds dirty and like a vegetable.
Anyways, about Clash Royale, are you excited to get the graveyard?
Yes. I'm excited to experience high fidelity Wi-Fi.
Yep.
Hi-Fi Wi-Fi. And open up all my chests. I have a legendary, super magical, and magical. And then hopefully if I can get a special offer for either the Arena 8 pack with the super magical, which I never purchased yet, or a legendary chest, both of which I've seen, but never when there's been a new legendary card out. That combo, maybe we can get it with only spending what that pack costs.
Yep, so the last round will begin very soon.
Yeah, so we're going to be waiting for round 5. Round 5 will be the final round of today, and then we get to take a break and rest our voices that have been going for 2 days straight. And then tomorrow we're going to join you with the best 4 from every round.
That's going to be very exciting. So it's the best of 4 of each round for a total of 16 tomorrow, competing for the top 4 prizes for a total of $10,000. Or is it euro? Could be dollars. I saw the dollar sign.
It's the dollar sign, unless they just didn't want to type the euro sign. Oh, we could jump into a live one. Let's see. Oh, that just looks like a regular friendly battle.
Right.
Unless they're going again, because they were recently playing. We'll see here. Trimax, unfortunately, is not in the top 4. And no, this is not the Pepsi logo. It's ESWC logo.
There's a lot of confusion earlier.
There's a lot of confusion. It's red, white, and blue. So is the United States and the United Kingdom flag. I'm not calling this the American flag.
Yeah, but the American flag isn't circular.
And sort of with a weird P-looking indent.
Yep.
All right, name your favorite thing about the Barbarian Hut.
I like when it's not played.
Fair enough. What if someone came out with a spawner deck? How do you think it would do against all the decks we've been seeing?
Speaking about spawner decks.
Now that Poison's dead.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a possibility of a legendary spawner. That'd be so toxic.
Oh, we talked about this before the last break.
Yep.
Because there's now 9 legendary cards, and you can choose. So I thought the best legendary deck, what 8 would you pick? I was thinking to keep it cheap, take Sparky out and put the graveyard in, because then it's Inferno Dragon, a Lava Hound, Miner, Princess, Ice Wizard, and it's like the Sparky doesn't really add to that.
It's kind of more balanced without the Sparky. Last update, I put all 8 legendaries in there, and I found that I never used the Sparky.
No,
and if I did, I had nothing to support the Sparky with.
Yeah, there's no, like the Miner is kind of, and the Ice Wizard not really. There's no like ground tank for it.
Yeah.
So I think now an all legendary deck, once Graveyard is achieved, it'll be good. So.
Yep.
They need a few more minutes to set this up.
So the last round will be coming soon, so we will go for a break very soon.
We'll be back. We're going to go for a break, and once there are new people sitting in those chairs, we'll be right back with you guys. We'll keep the questions going. We'll read the chat, and we'll start off with maybe...
a few questions.
Isn't the Graveyard a spawner? I mean, not really. It's a
spell. Technically classified as a spell.
Yeah, we're talking about classification. So now we've got a couple different...
Yeah, the mechanic is truly a spell.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys in a few. They're going to set up some new players in these chairs, and we'll be back with round 5, and we'll start off with a recap of the stats where everyone's at for this.
It's going to be very hyped for the last round, where they're most likely going to be choosing the winners with 4 wins each.
Yeah.
There's going to be very skilled plays. So
someone has to lose, or we'll just be here all night. But it's going to be intense. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
Stay tuned for more
Quality OJ.
Jinx.